It's Friday, which means it's a perfect day to find your forever best friend. At San Antonio Pets Alive all this month, they have waived adoption fees. Atiana and Miguel got a chance to talk to SAPA's Erlene Perez about this. Perez also gave us some tips for pet owners with these scorching temperatures. Let's take a look.
So it's been really extremely hot, and we've reiterated heat safety from babies to adults to elders to pets. But a lot of people don't realize the importance of keeping these pets safe from not only triple-digit heat, but now inching towards the summertime. Consecutive heat safety needs to be on pet owners' minds.
Yeah, so that's something that we've been wanting to push as well. So we're actually posting on our social media just to get everybody involved, to know about heat safety and just making sure that their animals are taken care of. So what we definitely recommend is to make sure that if you're keeping your animals outside, bring them in, keep them in a shaded area. If the asphalt is too hot, if it's too hot for you to walk on, then it's going to be way hotter for your dog. We have the 7-second rule. So if you have your hand on the asphalt for 7 seconds and you can't hold it there for that long, that means it's way too hot. Keeping exercise at a minimum. Just make sure you're looking for symptoms of any type of heat stroke or overheating. Never leave your animal in a car, and then have plenty of water. Make sure that your animal's hydrated.
And I know that it could definitely look different between cats and dogs, heat stroke. Could you explain to us what that might look like?
Yes, so with a dog, you want to make sure that you're taking a look at their gums. So whether they be too pink, too red, or too white, that can be a sign of heat stroke, excessive panting. If they just look like really lethargic, for a cat, obviously it's going to be the same thing. So if you have any lethargy going there, if they just don't seem like, they're very playful or anything like that, that would definitely be a symptom that you would be looking for your cats. As I reiterated, I just want to make sure that all the animals are taken care of and that you have plenty of water, for the really hot days that are coming up.
And there's even specific breeds that need more attention. Like, for example, I have a dog of a bulldog breed, and even on a regular day, he can't be outside long enough. So what is the gauge for bulldog owners to know?
So I definitely think that, when you already have trouble with breathing and you have, shorter snouts, it's a little bit harder to be able to tell, when something like that is going on. I would say the lethargy is a big, big sign for animal owners in with specific breeds, because that would be able to tell you, that there's something definitely wrong that's going on. The gums is definitely going to be something to look for. So just kind of making sure that's the first thing you keep an eye on. If there's any excessive drooling as well, just to keep an eye on that.
Excessive panting, is there around a time frame that maybe we should keep an eye on? I know dogs usually like to cool themselves down, and I was also told by a vet one time not to just shove ice down my dog's throat when he's overheating.
Yeah, so we've heard different things. So ice, it's really, you want to play that by ear. So some people recommend it, some people don't. With San Antonio Pets Alive, we don't think the ice is a good idea. We've heard from our vets that it may not be the best, because it can be kind of like a shock to them. So just wanting to make sure, like, for example, what we've done before is we take cool water, we just kind of like put it on their fur, just kind of keep them in a cooler area, getting them plenty of circulation air, just so that they can regulate their body temperatures at a steady pace. And then for the excessive panting, if it's very consistent, that's when you would begin to worry. Now, sometimes, animals will pant a little bit and then they'll kind of stop, right? So they'll start to regulate themselves and then they'll be okay. Now, if it's consistent panting, that's when it's a concern.
Okay, and what should somebody do if they're outside of an establishment and see an animal in a hot car or even chained outside?
I would definitely recommend immediately calling the authorities or calling, whether it be 911 or calling the ACS shelter if it's here locally in San Antonio, because they can give you more information as to, how to proceed with the situation. We've definitely seen a lot of that on the news recently. It's not something that we want any animal to pass away from, and we've seen that happen. So definitely, if you see an animal, do something right away, because if it's too hot for, somebody to be inside a car or, a human to be inside of a car, is going to be even worse for an animal. So definitely recommend, calling someone right away and then getting the situation de-escalated.
All right, thank you so much for that insight. Now we're going to transition to some lighter news. You guys have a big event happening this weekend. Tell me what Paws in the Park is going to be about.
Yes, we're so excited about Paws in the Park. So Paws in the Park is our biggest adoption event of the year. It's actually a 1 mile walk as well. So it's a fiesta themed event and it's a costume contest. So we're looking for the community to come out, bring their pets. They can dress them up as little cute fiesta floats, little Amazon boxes, however you want to do it. We have the costume contest. We have a special guest from the Spurs that's going to be out there, mariachi vendors. We have so many different things for the family to do. And if you don't have an animal yourself, you can always walk one of ours for a small donation. We'll have a few animals out there, about 10, and we've actually posted on our social media an introduction to all of them. So you can just take a look to see which one you want to walk, bring out the family, and it is a free event. So it starts 7:30 is when we do check-in, 8 to 8:30 is when the actual walk will start, and then 11 o'clock is when it ends.
Local law enforcement are going to be involved. What other local inviters have we had on the schedule?
Yes, so we have the SAPD canines that will be out there. Therapy Animals of San Antonio will be there as well. The Judson High School Mariachi will be there. We're super excited about that to give them an opportunity to come out to the community. And we're going to have tons of vendors as well. I believe we have about 20 that are lined up, different organizations, whether it be animal-friendly organizations or just, your local community vendors that are going to be out there. And then we also have the San Antonio Dog Training Club will be there. So different things for the family to do, and we're hoping that we get a great turnout from the community.
And what are the adoption prices looking like?
We don't have any fees actually. So right now we've waived all adoption fees, meaning that you can just come by, socialize with the pet. If it's a good fit for you, if you want to walk them first and see how they socialize with either your animal or with your family, if you have any kiddos, that's a good start. And then from there, if you're interested and you want to take them home and they're your forever pet, you can take them home for no fee.
I'm literally getting teary-eyed. That is sweet. These dogs, these pets need to find a living home. So we talked about how it's going to be hot. What is one thing that we are doing here at this event to beat the heat for us and our four-legged friends?
So with this event particularly, what we're going to be doing is obviously we're going to have dog stations everywhere. So water stations, we're trying to make sure that everybody stays cool. Thankfully, it's a huge shaded area, so there's plenty of trees out there. The thing we do recommend, for example, bringing out umbrellas if you want to, so you can make sure you also stay out of the sun, but make sure you bring plenty of water with you. We will have some at the event as well. And then just making sure that everybody's having a good time.
All right. It sounds like a fun event. Is there anything else that we should keep an eye out for on the event?
Absolutely. Yes. So we have what's called our Putts for Paws coming up June 12th. So that's our golf tournament. It's going to be happening at Top Golf. Right now, we're in the process of looking for sponsors and for people to come out, to build their teams. This is definitely going to be a fundraising event for us as well. We're also going to have a silent auction that will be launching shortly before the event begins. So we're really looking forward again for the community to come out and then just have a great time with everybody that's out there.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Marlene.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.